Welcome back, guys. I'm KP,
And I'm Geno J,
the real estate
gurus.
And on this episode, we're going to explain to you how we deal with certain problems when it comes to layouts. And I'll start off by letting Gene let you guys know what we're talking about.
Guys, when you're dealing with renovation properties, having a great layout and making sure that it's functional is one of the top things that you want to make sure that is done right. So we're going to show you this renovation and some problems we have, and we're going to share with you the solutions we have to fix these problems. So now we're inside of the house. And Grip, I'm going to ask you, this room is going to be the living room. So just think for a moment. If you're buying this house and I told you this was the living room and you pan around and I said, where are you going to put your furniture? How would you set this room up to put your furniture?
By looking at the layout, I would set my furniture up center to the center here in the middle with the TV and the entertainment center probably on this wall.
So with that being said, and you're buying this house, do you see any problems with the way this wall is currently set up?
All I see right now is this window. This window here could be placed in another place or another area. That way you have more room to place your TV.
Man, you've been paying attention. We need to ask somebody else, but he's been following us too long. He already know the answers to the questions. But great job, man. You have a great set of eyes, because what happens is a lot of times if you don't pay attention to this stuff and you just roll with the flow and not think about how functional the house is going to be or where you're going to set everything up, you can make a lot of mistakes. Because once this house is staged and somebody wants to put their living room set here, there's really no place for a TV wall, and this window is so awkwardly spaced in the middle of this wall that it throws everything off. So one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to move this window to here, and then we're simply going to add another window here. And these windows will split the difference of this wall, and that's going to help with the functionality. So make sure that you're paying attention to everything. That layout is very key. Without a good layout, you're not on the right path for success. So let's finish walking the house. There are some other areas that I've noticed earlier. Let's talk about those areas. And again, this house was already somewhat framed when we purchased it, so we're coming in behind somebody else making corrections. So this is going to be the dining room, and right now there's no window in the dining room. The old window was right here, but whoever owned the house before us had already covered the window up with siding. Now we recently went over the house with new siding, and one of the mistakes that I made on this house was I probably should have thought about the window layout prior to putting siding on. We was just, somewhat in a hurry trying to get it done. But now that the siding's on and we made a few corrections inside, we do need to come back and put another window here. We're not going to put it here because it's not centered, but I'm going to make sure my guys measure from here and this stud and make sure that they center this window in the dining room, so that when we put our chandelier and our four recess lights, everything is symmetrical and square. Because sometimes buyers don't understand what they don't like, but when you start to have windows and doors and stuff that's not symmetrical, it can kind of throw you off visually, and you don't even know why you're getting thrown off. Probably going to make some changes back here, and the reason being is that this is the laundry area. So in my mind, I'm thinking, where am I going to put the hot water heater? Because it's just so much open space right here. It would have just been better to have one door and have one big open room instead of having a closet inside of a closet. Probably take this wall out, and that way we can just put the water heater in this area, and then it don't confine you when you have your washer and dryer. But if you got 5 feet 60 inches for a washer and dryer, you have your dryer there and you have your washer here. Now you think about this wall, and the washer comes out 24 feet. You can't even get in here to open the door. So this area is unfunctional. So I'm gonna have the guys get rid of this wall and this fall and just have one open space. That way we don't run into functionality problems later. But catching these things up front and paying attention to these things and knowing like little measurements, it's gonna save you a lot of time and energy. Just imagine we didn't think about this stuff when we did electrical and sheetrock. Now we gotta come back and demo sheetrock, demo framing, demo walls, and you don't wanna go through all that. It's easy to do it now. So when you're walking through these houses, you know, take ownership of it, but also think about, like, if you're moving in it, what are some of the things that you're gonna want? Because you're not gonna want like a laundry room and you can't even open the washer door. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More videos to come. This is Geno J, one part of the Real Estate Gurus.